So I typed in the cheat code that someone told me. I put the cheat code in, and hopefully it's going to give us infinite crits this episode. We just get all crits. I put it all in
I'm on big head mode.
Put it in the action replay.
Wow, I'm no clipping. I'm going right through the podcast. I'm stealing everything out of Dan's house, taking all his action figures, all his Warhammers.
No, my various dead animals and knickknacks and the like.
It's fine. We'll reload the save state, and Austin will be not there again.
You'll leave my ostrich egg though, right?
Speaking of video games, I have some real Pokemon sickos in this podcast, so I just want to get y'all's opinions.
Yeah.
Did they not recently go fucking berserk on ghost types? I feel like Gengar was the only viable ghost for like 30 years, and I just played a little bit of more recent games, and half the good Pokemon are ghosts. Ceruledge, fucking Golden Go, the rabbit guy riding the horse.
Well, see, they're having.
I don't know what you're talking about with that one, but
Shadow Calyrex.
Yeah. They're having to make up for years and years of sins, because, like, Gen 1 had one line of 3 ghosts, and not even then was, like... Ghosts were meant to be powerful against, I think it was poison, that they did the type matchup the wrong way around. So the one thing ghosts were meant to be good at in Gen 1, they weren't good at. And they've been apologizing for that ever since.
psychic types, yeah.
You guys are all weak. I've been taking a Haunter to the Elite Four for years. I'm the OG Ghost fan, and I can't be stopped. Mr. Grumbles will get everyone. He'll win me every fight because I've been power leveling him for hours.
Mega Gengar is fucking sick, and I am excited for that to exist again in a couple of weeks in Legends ZA.
Don't need it. I've got Haunter, my favorite Pokemon.
I'll have you know right now that when I go to Old Gold Power Plant and Pokemon Sleep, I bring a mostly Ghost-type team. So take that, Austin Yorsky.
Mimikyu, Mimikyu's pretty good. It's just a sad ghost that's like, hey, you think I'm scary? Please love me.
Golurk? Come on. It's a big golem that turns into a cannon.
Dragapult?
Dragapult. Dragapult
It shoots its babies.
Dragapult is the one where I will maybe concede they jump the shark. It is a ghost dragon fighter jet that fires its babies as missiles.
No, perfect. Also, literally the most dominant Pokemon of the last couple of years of competitive is Fluttermane, which is the Paradox Mischievous, which is Ghost type. But longer conversation. Sorry, I just noticed I increase Laura and Quinn's energy when I talk about Pokemon. It's like a cheat code, like shooting them up with performance-enhancing drugs before recording, because your eyes suddenly stop glazing over.
Yeah, Austin, what type's the next gym?
Steel type.
Do you think that, like, in the Pokemon universe, people that have, like, really cutesy Pokemon like Eevee get kind of upset when their Pokemon die and come back as a ghost type? Like, that's gotta be like, oh, this doesn't really match my aesthetic anymore. Little Miss Sugar Puff, could you maybe, like, go away?
Austin, I promise you, if you just make a Dragapult the final boss of this episode, the thing we fight at the end of this episode, I will perk up as a result. You'll get my best material.
I'm pretty sure we have thrown a baby Ulysses at someone before.
Right?
So I think we've already done it.
We might be Dragapult.
Yeah, one of us needs to become a ghost, and then we can be Dragapult.
I mean, Steam's kind of incorporeal like a ghost.
Am I Dragapult?
You might be Dragapult.
Okay, why didn't I choose to become a ghost dragon? I could have chosen that.
Dan, what pseudo-legendary are you gonna be?
What's pseudo-leg? Oh, I haven't played the latest Pokemon games. I'm not up to date anymore on these. I'm gonna be Haxorus. I like that his face was a battle axe, so I'm going with him.
There you go.
If you missed the last couple Pokemon, if I had explained to you what a Terrapagos is, your brain would fucking explode.
I think I know what a Terrapagos is.
Which of the 3 Terrapagos forms would you describe, though?
Exactly. I think that's too much for most people. Sorry, we had a great dragon-based intro.
Oh, I know about this guy. He's like a turtle. I like turtles. Turtles are great. Or I guess maybe this is more of a tortoise type energy. They're different. Fuck you.
It's the 19th type stuff, really. That's gonna be the stumbling block for you, Dan. I think
the what now? They're making too many new things. Make it back like when I was young and the things I understood.
Dan, it's not really its own type. It's just an extra type to fuck up the typing system.
It's all of the types. It's every type.
Yes.
Where does Agumon come in?
All right, I am Austin Yorsky. I am your neighborhood Snorlax blocking the road. You can move me if you go to patreon.com/Austin Yorsky and pledge $10. That's all it'll take, and I will get out of the way. If not, good luck going to the grocery store. If you fall asleep, I'm going into Eat Your Garbage. I've lost the train of thought. I was trying to pitch you on a thing, and I got excited about being Snorlax. I don't have any items in my inventory. Quinn, you're up first. What's in your inventory? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm a Skarmory shooting through the air like a steel bird would do. And I am also playing a diamond dragon called DiCaprio Devereaux. And I have quite a few items: the zipper costume rack, the Gucci sunglasses, the Dyson Sphering, the Illusion perfume, Neverendol's disc, the landscape perfect pearl ring, the time dragon claw, that technically Viola has, the R.I.P. Prada bag, the beautiful quill, my designer pearl chocolates, and then I have in here, and someone might need to help me unpack this one, Morbine banana?
It was a Mobius banana that you plucked to give to Andronicus. It's a non-Euclidean banana, which is very fun to say. I do like that you still have the Time Dragon Claw in your inventory when it is literally inside of Viola's body, like a Wolverine claw. It is a part of her actual physical self.
Did we see that?
Dan saw that in his downtime, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He also actively told you how it is not being used to bring back time dragons, and you were like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I know how this episode's going to open, so we're going to come back to that in a second. So second up, Laura Kate Dale.
Hello.
Patreon.com/Laura Kate Buzz.
Hey,
Everywhere.
that's me. I'm literally any Pokemon other than slacking, because you won't catch me slacking today. I'm lurk because you mentioned Pokemon.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording and see you guys later.
I love slacking. It sucks that his ability is so bad because I love his style.
Hey, if you can do pick a Pokemon that has the ability to like swap the abilities around, so you can get Truant off of it, it becomes amazing.
Yeah, Worry Seed slacking.
That's the one. You know what else is amazing? My character, Doc Hop. She's got magical items. Those items are a trash bag of holding, an out-of-date pop-up book of goblin history, a lucky plush rabbit's foot, a child's first trading card deck of no synergy, a kid's plastic spy kit, a tinfoil telepath hat, a dire muskrat with an ornate magical saddle, a floppy disk that says where Dad's hoard is, a digital reminder watch, and some golden gym shorts. Those are the things I have. Laura K. Buzz, find me in the stuff.
You're also being followed around by a blue goblin whose memories are being recorded so you can pass it off as two different dates because we make a good show.
Yeah, I kissed the goblin. What do I roll to find out how good a kiss it is?
Adding goblin kisses to my inventory. I think that is charisma saving throw to kiss. Maybe performance. I feel like if Conrad was here, he would argue for a performance check.
I think it's acrobatics.
I think it's
Sleight of hand.
I think it's a charisma save. That's the first thing you said, and I think that's what it is. 23.
Holy shit, you got the whole mouth, the tongue, everything in there working, you're biting. It's a great
Yeah,
action.
like any other issues this arc have now been just like the problems have been erased. This will now be a well-received memory.
Holy shit, yeah, the opening image of this, the cold open is just the sloppiest makeouts while Rex sidles up to the camera and recites his inventory.
To be fair, I want to very quickly say I do think that Hop may have started this arc a little hesitant to go in on the sloppy kisses. I think she's thrown her dignity out the window. She's like, look, if I'm dating two women through a goblin at once, I just gotta go for it.
We've all been there.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan. I'm a Grimer. I've been assaulting children outside of the local elementary school to power level to level 100 this entire time. I am not allowed near them anymore. Here are the items in my inventory: a gavel to dispel magic, Surgeon General's coat, golden gloves, a contact mic, an anvil, humdrum's ring, a TV lamp, and a plane-shifting compass. There is also the epaulets and the key to the city that are currently in Hop's bag.
Any other way you could have framed that Grimer bit? Really just the most upsetting possible way to phrase that, huh?
Well, look, the best way to power level is to go to a place where you can beat up things weaker than you, and that's gonna be children.
Yeah, you could have chosen the word attack children, but you didn't.
I'm gonna have to beep out Dan's segment for his his grimes.
Grimes is another thing you can't mention. Austin, what are you doing?
Beeping out Grimes. Last we left the adventure, you all auditioned some slod on a non-Euclidean mountain to be Ulysses' Smallfolk. You embarrassed them. You beat their whole shit in completely so bad that there is no chance they're going to win, although they're slod, so honestly probably doesn't bother them that bad. They're not known for their shame or decorum or anything. You even bamboozled my ambush. I was going to end the episode with a cool kind of cliffhanger where some of Enobarbus's dwarves waylaid you in the leveler machine from like the second arc. You did a Looney Tunes tunnel joke on them and sent them into fucking Z space. So
how did we do that?
Yeah, you did with your landscape. You don't remember this?
Oh, that's right, man. That's funny.
Quinn, tickled by your own antics a week later. So this episode opens with you all coming off the mountain to uproarious applause and cheers. You looked really good. Like a lot of this Cold War with Desdemona is about perception, about like optics and so forth, and you all looked so badass, followed around by that scrying crystal. Everyone is hooting and hollering.
And we were so careful about what we did and didn't show on the scrying crystal. We did show all of the adverts for the cool things my slot could do. We gave them their moment of promo. Just wish they were good at the stuff they do.
Absolutely. So you're going to return to DiCaprio's lair for some more party in a moment. Is there anything you want to say or do here? It's mostly just people congratulating you. Your dad is talking about how proud he is of you all. Ulysses is, hyping you up. All your various lovers are there in some capacity. Everyone's just really excited of how cool you are.
Hey, Ulysses, even if this doesn't work out as a horde, if you ever want to play hide and seek in there, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yes, I think somebody someday will have the slots of their small folk because they're just too funny to let them go out into the world. We need them here for our entertainment.
Right, like if you're sufficiently powerful, you can just have small folk that aren't necessarily good at fighting or anything, but are just like fun little guys.
I don't want them to guard my horde, but I do want to hunt them for sport.
Well, you'll have to try hard because of the whole the non-Euclidean of it all. They will run away from you pretty good. They'll turn a corner, suddenly they're upside down. How are you gonna get them?
I will have to try hard. HAARD.
Ooh.
Is that something the kids are saying now?
Just because they're slod. SLAAD. Dan has put a picture of a glitching Combine soldier from Half-Life into our chat to symbolize the dwarves going into the MC Escher dimension.
Yeah, it's making a bunch of contact sounds as they rub against all the hitboxes.
Yeah, oof.wav is playing in the distance very loudly.
I think Rex is like kind of, I guess, morosely looks over his shoulder towards the dwarves that are, I guess, clipping in and out of reality, hoping that maybe they'll get out of there eventually, or at the very least making a note to himself to check on them later when they're not preoccupied.
Austin, I wanna roll insight to find out how much that sloppy kiss helped.
Yeah, 12 with insight. The goblin seems overwhelmed and confused a little, but it definitely seems like it's going to play with both of them because it was very passionate and powerful.
Okay.
The goblin is like, whoa, that was a lot, but it's going to go over well with the ladies.
Sorry to you both that my small folk suggestion was a bit of a bust.
I mean, I think it was fine. We just managed to put our brains together and conquer it. Nothing to be worried about or ashamed of. It's quite an impressive space.
I've never been more frustrated by our competence.
Normally, we're not as perfect at these sorts of things.
Yeah, I'm here like, just an average day for us probably would have gone okay, but no, we had to be really good at our jobs. Ooh.
Dan posting Sonic and its shadow about to kiss in the chat. Is there a way to stop Dan from posting images?
You can ban me or lock the thread, I guess.
No, I need you for my show. I just want to stop. I just want to stop you from making me look at kissing head jokes.
Well, you know, some people want to see more of it.
Everyone's hearting it now. Oh, they're gone now. Okay.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to organize this. It's got to be right. So, well, I put it on the wrong one. Just continue without me.
Yeah, Rex starts to say a sentence, completely loses his train of thought, and walks away. Yeah, Rex says, it probably didn't help that none of them seemed to be able to work together for more than 2 minutes.
No, Laura!
Oh god, he's taking his clothes off. This is so much more than I thought it was.
No!
Go on, XC. We're watching Sonic and Mario make out.
No! What did you type in? Why? Okay, for the audience, Mario and Sonic crudely drawn flip book of them having sex.
I don't know what you called this crudely drawn. This is art.
In my defense, I've only ever previously seen this gif as the first, second and a half of them making out real sloppy. I didn't know where it was going.
Unfortunately, due to the rule of escalating comedy, I must now go to DeviantArt and type in Sonic pregnant.
No, please, fuck God, please, no. He's thrusting. I hate it.
Or do you, Austin? Look deep inside of yourself.
This is literally the top result for Mario Sonic Kiss.
What? Okay. Mario's the top, if anyone's curious.
Sonic's always given me more of a power bomb energy anyway, so.
I mean, Nintendo did win that console war, so.
I need to be very clear. So Laura was like, it's the first thing that came up when I typed Sonic Mario Kiss. I just typed Mario Sonic, and it's the first thing that came up.
Wait, but they were at the Summer Olympics together.
I was gonna say, they've been in so many games.
They have smashed brothers. We have to delete the whole. We have to start over. I'm Austin Yorsky. Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky. Cold open. No. You all are giving the slot a hard time. We're done. Moving on.
I do think DiCaprio is going to be like, well, I do think we should probably be aware that the leveler coming at us means Enobarbus is rather mad. But he did accept the invitation.
And he fell in a hole. I say fell in a hole. Fell out of a hole? Fell up a hole? I don't know how holes work in there.
Well, that's just the leveler. Enobarbus, I presume, is around the party. Or something.
I assumed he was in the leveler, but I guess he might just be here.
Or maybe he was. I didn't know. I heard dwarves are in there, so maybe he was in the front. He's just like, fuck, as he's clipping through the ground.
Rex kind of shrugs and says doesn't mean he necessarily called them. I don't think he's the type to do it, although Bolingbroke once came at me alone with a fucking sword.
He really does have a very aggressive group underneath him, that Enobarbus. Doesn't seem like the sort himself, but all of his folks are really quick to just jump you.
It gets results.
Does it? The leveler's trapped in, the null space right now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if Bolingbroke got that second breath weapon off, you two would be down, and then I would have probably helped him, so.
But hopefully he'll have some of these amazing hors d'oeuvres supplied by Andronicus and be merry and well. Andronicus is taking off my goddamn spells, so they better be worth it.
If he picks a fight, I can call the Slard back out and give them a second chance to show that they're cool.
And what? Watch them eat their own legs?
Yeah, in the background, the Slaughter building a large trebuchet to fire each other into the cliffside.
This is going to be incredibly narrow casting. My fiance and I recently found this Disney Channel cartoon that came out recently called Stugo. And there's a bunch of mutant animals on it that have been given legs and genes. And they're fucking stupid. And I think they would act exactly like Slod. They just eat sand and go, oh, the sand's extra spicy today.
Yep, that's their vibe.
I'm trying to find Stugo right now. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, I found it. Stugo.
Oh, yeah, it's a Disney show. It looks so adorable. What do you mean, Dan?
The mutants are fucking stupid. I love the show.
I'm looking at a shark with human legs wearing cardboard sunglasses. So yeah.
I also heard you say they gave them genes, and I thought you meant genetic genes, but they do also all appear to be wearing genes of some sort.
Yeah, my favorite character is named Chip Manhands. Can you tell how it fits in with my normal naming conventions for characters?
Mm-hmm.
I've completely lost all discipline in the ranks. my soldiers are defecting.
It's fine,
my
Austin.
army's
Just
collapsing.
mention Pokemon again and we'll get back on track.
Fighting types.
Anyway, here's this picture of pregnant Sonic. Let me just drop in the chat real quick.
Okay, so you all re-go to the party. I think like the best line there at the end of the conversation was about Barb is showing up at the party. So that was like a good transitional line. We should have taken it when you had the chance. You all head back in, you're mingling, and you're going to find Viola, the puce dragon. I've put her in the roll 20. She, her body mostly looks like a Komodo dragon. She's kind of slinking around, eating snacks, putting her snout in closets and so forth in your lair, DiCaprio.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to her and tap her on the shoulder a little bit.
What would she do if you just tapped her on the shoulder? Probably squeak and spin around and knock a bunch of stuff over with her long whip-like tail.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Fiona Darling, you spilled a couple things.
I'm so clumsy, isn't it silly?
Is it silly?
It could get sillier. Lace, come over here. Knocks whatever Lace is holding on the ground. See?
That's surprising you didn't pick the slot, considering how chaotic you're being right now.
I want to be the Slod. I don't want to have to look after Slod. Can you imagine? No, I'm a nightmare.
Rex nods in confirmation.
There's quite enough brat energy in you already. Don't need to add any more.
Yeah, that's not it doesn't work. You can't have two chaos creatures.
Gremlins, yeah. It's they tear each other apart, actually. Creates a small wormhole.
I think Rex knocks something over and goes, "Oh, this is actually kind of fun."
No, it's really good. Look, they scramble to pick it up.
Stop. People have to actually pick that up.
Well, if you leave a trail of socks from here to the bathroom, they'll pick them all up. They're like compelled, like vampires and rice.
How are you doing, by the way, Viola? It's been a little bit since we've talked.
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I have everything. I mean, Rex and I were just talking about the other day, like, do I have any problems he can solve? And I was like, no. In fact, I need to create some more trouble to get in because everything's, like, going too well. And it's so great to have a supportive partner, you know? He was just like, yeah, I'll immediately help you fight all the consequences of the trouble you're going to cause on purpose, which is great. Thank you, Rex.
Rex gives a big thumbs up as he's very slowly tilting an entire table of Blink Dog hot dogs down his throat.
Whoa! Do Blink hot dogs teleport? Like, if can you what kind of trick shot? Oh, the Joey Chestnut of this world is fucking insane.
I was gonna say this changes the Usain Bolt Joey Chestnut hypothetical really a lot. Like, what if it's a Morp Dog hot dog?
If they're running away from you and you're trying to dip the buns in the water.
Well, I think you're trying to bite down and sometimes they teleport. However, it does mean that I think they're literally empty calories. They're just leaving your body shortly after you swallow.
I was gonna say, let me taste the swallowing of them and not have to have them in me. That sounds wonderful.
That is the ideal way to consume a hot dog, to be honest.
So much better for you.
Did I hear you say partner? I didn't realize you two were actually together.
Partners in crime, am I right? Because of all the robberies and heists and people we killed.
Oh dear, Fiona. You might want to consider the phrasing then in those situations. Don't want people to get the wrong interpretation.
I don't care what other people think. That's for losers.
You say you have so much free time then, so surely you figured out where the time dragons are? And I can have the claw back?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a bone, so it's kind of my thing. You're more of a fashion thing. It's not really a fashion thing. I guess you could kind of stick it in your hair like some kind of pin, maybe, but I don't think it would work for you, really. It doesn't kind of complement your aesthetic.
I'm more talking about the time dragons right now. What did you find out?
I mean, they were really big and really cool, and they have like extra fins and stuff. Pretty sick. Have you tried this? She's like holding up a random cake that Andronicus made.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna intimidate her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to kind of like place a hand on her shoulder in a threatening way, and it suggests that I was talking more about if you did the studying we agreed to earlier. 13.
Well, slightly above average. She is also a dragon, so it's not gonna have a significant effect. I think more you put a clawed hand on her shoulder. You are, a pearlescent diamond dragon. She is a puce dragon. And when she puts a claw back on you, and you see, while most of them are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Standard Komodo dragon claws. One of them is like longer and clearly belongs to a different animal altogether. And she says, I've learned a lot of stuff. They're pretty cool. They have all kinds of powerful effects. I wouldn't want to mess with them.
And you found where they are, that we can perhaps bring them to the Cookie Mountains?
Where they are? Gives a...
I know when they are!
Yeah, get a load of this lady. Thumb motion.
God.
Rex will sort of interject as DiCaprio starts talking about bringing more dragons to the Cookie Mountains. And he'll say, aren't you concerned what that'll do to the power balance here? Aren't they amongst the most powerful of dragons? Sort of an unending, ageless time being?
Yes, and they belong in the Cookie Mountains with the revival of the dragons. It would only be fitting.
Because I thought we had concerns about how much space we have left here.
Yes, when I refer to a couple time dragons as opposed to an entire populace of people.
Well, you were intending to bring an entire populace of time dragons, because if they are not dead, and they've just moved in time, then that's more than potentially just a few.
Sure, but who knows when all of them will even show up, or where. And honestly, if the Cookie Mountains become full of dragons, then the Cookie Mountains have served their purpose.
What if they side with your mom, Dedede? That seems like not ideal. They're like wicked powerful, and she is older than you, so she could order them around. That doesn't seem ideal.
Are we not striving for the rebirth of dragons? Sure, perhaps they would turn against me and be antagonistic, but such is the case. My goal in leading the Cookie Mountains is to try to see forward a stable future.
Is that your goal? I guess I get confused. I thought your goal was like puppeting old men around, kind of doing a little bit of a little marionette show with old chefs.
It has its purposes. Plus, I'm always allowed whatever dalliances I want.
Unless your dad objects, of course.
Well, I could always just kill my mom again if that gets you in the mood.
It was pretty funny last time. Great punch, Hop. Hop, you're very quiet. Where are you? Oh, get you and the little goblin. I didn't even see you there.
I'm just watching the chaos go down. Honestly, I got this goblin to make out with. My tall blue partner who is not goblin stand-in to make out with. I'm not getting involved in these two. We've had enough situations where one of us has been a tiebreaker that I'm not interested in being a tiebreaker today.
Yeah, I don't ever know what all of your priorities are. I thought you were supposed to be finding the loom, or finding the Numenon, or fighting your mom. What's all this time dragon stuff? Stay in your lane.
You think you're going to build a great nation with minor goals, you have to think big. Obviously.
Have you considered the time dragons have gone where they've gone because they want to be there? And maybe you're trying to make a decision for them?
We're not forcing them to come here. It's simply finding a way to contact them. Perhaps they escaped to time once the apocalypse happened. And stop acting like you know them to snipe at me, Rex. That's beneath you.
As if you know them?
I don't. That's precisely why I'm trying to find them and contact them.
And again, you're trying to find a group of people who seem to have left of their own volition to make their own choices.
I guess that's what we'll have to find out if we can talk to them. It seems as though Viola hasn't made that a big priority right now.
I mean, yeah, I can see the risks of contacting them, but also, like, you know, there's a conceivable world where, like, the world was falling apart, they jumped out the way, and they just need someone to be like, hey, you can hop back in at, like, this point in the timeline, it's good, don't worry.
If you could travel through space and time, why would you want to hang out on a mountain with a bunch of petty, egotistical lizards? Would you not want to be flying through the stars to eons, like eternal, seeing the majesty of all creation?
I don't know, maybe this is the only time in history that has a, oh god, what's the name of the fucking restaurants we've been to? Name one of the restaurants.
Taco Bell.
Awful House.
Awful House. Yeah, look, maybe they're just real big fans of Awful House, and this is the only time period where Awful House exists. Did you consider that?
I guess it is the perfect timeline then. Pancakes be banging. We could all agree.
Look, if I'd lived a million years earlier or a million years later, I wouldn't have known about Awful House, and, you know, you can't put a price on that.
So what are you doing, by the way, rummaging through things? Are you looking for something? We have plenty of people who can assist.
Yeah, I was looking for the present room. I made a kind of javelin out of a unicorn's horn for Ulysses, because I know Rex's small folk are going to win. Sorry, I didn't bring alternate presents for if your little guys win. That's not going to happen. So I couldn't find like a big pile of presents to throw it in. To javelin it into, really.
How big was the unicorn? As Rex is doing the math on the size of a javelin versus the size of a unicorn's horn.
Yeah, it's so big. It was one of the ones they used to pull beer around, you know? The Clydesdale unicorns.
My dad had a really shitty Clydesdale tattoo on his stomach. It was the only tattoo he had. I don't know. My mom hated it, and to be honest, it didn't look very good.
Damn. The largest horse ever recorded, named Samson, also known as Mammoth, was 7 feet tall and weighed 3,360 pounds.
That's too big.
Absolute chungus. Look at this fucking guy.
I prefer the idea of a regular-sized unicorn that just grew a fucking ridiculous horn. You got like a 14-foot horn on this thing.
That's also very good.
Rex will turn to Viola and say, so is Desdemona threatened you yet too?
Desdemona doesn't know I exist. As far as I'm concerned, she thinks of me as like a small folk. She's not worried about what I'm doing.
Rex will sort of nod and go, well, at least there's that. I was concerned since you were at her home when she died. She might come for you, considering most of our interactions with her tonight have just been her openly threatening us in various ways.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess the more I hang out with you three, the bigger target I become. It would probably be pretty sick if Desdemona, like, you know, killed me in some grotesque, fucked up way and, like, hung my body upside down and you all three came upon it and then you were like, no, Viola, my favorite dragon, I must avenge you.
Hey, if it happens, that will be an excuse for me to punch a hole in someone again, and I do like that thought.
Yeah, you don't have my ring to do that anymore.
I'll do my cool new magic where I steal my sister's magic and do big hits or whatever.
And then I'll come back from the cult and I'll have all kinds of new cult powers and I'll be all mysterious and you'll be like, wow, she's even cooler than before she was horribly murdered to motivate me.
You could make an outfit out of your own skeleton.
Fuck! Holy gosh! I'm wearing a armor of my own rib cage. Okay, we gotta engineer this. I gotta go find Desdemona and say her ankles look fat or something and try to get killed.
Oh, they really do lately. I think she's has some resurrection swelling.
I mean, if you could do it whenever the next, showing around a lair is happening, so you distract her so that she's bothering us less, that would be wonderful timing.
Also, mention her chin. That's her more sensitive area.
But yeah, Viola says about the time dragons. Rex, what do you think I should do? Should I call them or summon them? I'm gonna cause problems in some way. I've already decided on that, and you said you would back me up. Is that what we want to do?
I don't see a point. If they are masters of the time stream, I feel like inherently they could simply come back whenever they wanted to. Because if they wanted to, they already would have. I don't know. This is the what is it? The inevitables all over again. I don't like thinking about it.
Because they're fourth dimensional beings, I already would have contacted them. So they would have already be here.
Except, maybe time has, a one-way turnstile in it, and, if you go too far forward, oops, you can't come back through.
Or perhaps they're just jokesters and have a weird sense of timing.
Timing.
If they're jokesters, then we definitely don't want to summon them, because they're going to team up with Cymbalines, and you got enough problem with them.
I mean, you're a jokester. You haven't teamed up with the Cymbalines.
As far as you know.
God damn it, don't make me inside check you.
You already did. You got a 13. Not good enough.
Rex isn't even gonna... Viola wouldn't betray Rex like that, so he simply won't even roll.
Okay.
That was intimidation. That was not insight, by the way.
I'm rolling it. I got a 5. Hop has no idea what this person would do or not.
Can I get perception checks, in fact, while the party is ebbing and flowing around you?
Mm-hmm. Now, this is the 3rd episode. Are we on our dragon sheets yet?
No.
17.
4. I'm gonna lucky rabbit's foot this because I'm worried this is a Cymbaline
20.
check. Still a 4, I guess.
Yeah. Is that your second lucky rabbit's foot, Laura?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. 17 and 20, the group still passes. With these good scores, I'll say you notice people coming and going. Specifically, something that catches your eye, because they have not been here since the beginning, are some myconids mingling throughout the party. These are the fungus folk who consider themselves one collective entity called Chorus. That is something. 17 and 20 is very good. I'll also say everyone else, that should be here is here. And is there anything you want to say or do about the fact that Chorus has arrived?
Rex will kind of be like, oh, excuse me for a moment. I should probably check to see how that big undead fungus dragon is turning out, which I guess any myconid could answer. I hate talking to them.
I don't know, they were pretty chill. The oneness was appreciated.
Speak for yourself.
You say that you're gonna go talk to them, and a voice rings in your head already, Rex, which is just, we are all around you. We are already here. You have already checked in with us, because you've checked in with yourself in your heart.
Okay. Just his blood pressure already rising.
I'm still enjoying the oneness of everything. Since I became Steam, I realized there's water everywhere, and I'm feeling quite onenessy with the water. You're onto something.
Water is the building block of all life. You're even more us than we are us. You.
Yes.
It's getting worse at doing the metaphors.
No. The first time
the
was
mushrooms had a couple drinks.
Yeah, the first time was inspiring. I'm thinking I get their thing more than they do at this point.
Sorry, this party is quite cacophonous, where there's a lot of intermingling thoughts here, where I'm having difficulty. Also, everyone is drinking, so how have you been?
Darling, you went through the Quaalude room. You're not supposed to walk through that without a mask.
Oh, wow, I didn't know it was that kind of party.
Of course, dragon party? It's gotta be wild.
Important question. Is it publicly known that the duplication machine is gone? I would guess not. I feel like Orlando wouldn't let this out, right?
Yeah, my assumption would be that Sycorax knows, Orlando knows, the Cymbalines know. So whoever those people would tell, no, but probably not everyone.
Rex will ask, I guess, the chorus in his head, so how's your Shard of the Fae Underdark doing?
Oh, great. A lot of people are dying. We're absorbing them. We're building big dragons out of their biomass, flying around, patrolling your borders, eating your dead. Wonderful.
And the Cymbalines and, what were they, the Monarchs, I think, were the other group of fairy dragons there. How are they doing?
Oh, the Cymbalines 7, I believe, have returned from the resurrection cult to seek revenge, although you've killed 3 more, so the Cymbaline 10, I guess? You're making a lot of enemies.
I thought it was the Cymbaline 4 at this point. I thought we were whittling the numbers down.
You killed the massacre of the Cymbaline 7 was an event where you killed 7 Cymbalines.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
DiCaprio's making a joke of like, I thought the number was supposed to be going down. Why are there more of them?
Oh, no. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, no. The Cymbalines are out there. I think Chorus tells you they've killed 1 or 2, but not any ones who have anything useful or like any anything worth talking about. They're out there. They're plotting.
Yeah, I guess Rex will try to dig in a little bit more specifically and say, have you noticed anything, I guess, strange happening in your part of the world there? He's like searching effectively for information on like, hey, is there any indication of where this fucking loom went?
Yeah, Chorus tells you that they are spreading throughout the Cookie Mountains. You explain to them the importance of hierarchy. So what they've been focusing on is cultivating mass, becoming bigger, making more, getting stronger. So they haven't been on a fact-finding mission necessarily. I guess they will tell you that they've noticed increased dwarf activity in the last couple of years because of Barbas's passing and whatever machinations are going on there. But yeah, they're excited about hierarchy. You explained it to them, they liked it, and now they're getting bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger.
Hey, Chorus, you're like connected to everyone in the vicinity, right?
Everyone who will let me in. Your dad is full of painful acid. I can't get any spores in there.
Okay, a fair number of people here. Can you do me a favor? I want to really annoy the Cymbalines. Can we spread a rumor they're doing crimes, and because they're doing crimes, we're gonna start calling them the Sin-balines? Because of all the bad sins they're doing? Is that anything? Will that hurt their feelings?
It could be something if you roll deception.
Yeah, sure, let's, fuck it, let's give it a go. 19.
Yeah, so the Chorus could have just been an enemy you fought during the Cymbaline arc. Or they could be your ally right now. There's a lot of different ways they could go. With a 19, they will, maybe work as your agents right now. I don't want to say they are like 100% loyal to you, but they are willing to do this because you are a big, powerful, catastrophic dragon, and they believe in your strength.
They're my personal enemy.
Maybe people start believing that, like, the Cymbalines and their whole, like, oh, this trio are actually bad for small folk. That's just a lie. Who are you gonna believe? The Sin-balines? No, they tell lies. That's a sin.
I don't like what we're becoming.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're like, okay, mushroom people, can you become our border guards and like tower, secret police to keep the kind of minority weak dragons we hate out? So good vibes.
They were using a decaying artifact that was killing green dragons. I will never back down off the hill that Rex went there perfectly willing to deal with them. And it was nothing but bullshit since we set into the Feywild. Fuck them, they deserved it.
Agreed. But you know, that we've got an image problem right now that the Cymbalines aren't helping with, and maybe we can counter that a little.
Yeah, interesting. I'm gonna write down chorus, hierarchy, and secret police as their kind of ongoing plot lines there. That's fun. Viola is in this group chat with the spores and everything, and says, "Okay, so no calling time dragons. Instead, mischief and chaos."
Called the goddamn time dragons.
I think Hop has to be the tiebreaker here, because Rex said, what's the fucking point? And then DiCaprio saying yes, so...
So, is Rex actively against it, or just ambivalent about it?
I think he's a little bit frustrated and also against it, because, just on the idea of, like, look, the reasoning he was given, or at least in part, is that it'll upset, for not allowing dwarves to become dragons in any way, was because it would upset the power dynamics of the Cookie Mountains, and by inviting arguably the most powerful raw type of dragon into the Cookie Mountains, you have now upset the power dynamic. So his vote is essentially no. What?
I'm not saying that I can't be persuaded, but like right now I gotta stand with Rex. It doesn't seem like we have a great plan for what to do if the time dragons, we contact them and they show up and they're the least friendly dragons possible. Or a great idea of what we're hoping will happen if we get them there. And you are kind of right, Rex, that like, if we're worried about the balance being thrown, I do think there is a significant chance of that being a problem.
I don't need someone showing up and telling me the exact date of my death.
Austin, I would like to roll a history check. Do I know if time dragons are considered to be like that dangerous? Is that like historically what they like? Have they been considered like a menace to all the other dragons or anything like that?
Sure, roll history.
I am going to use my Legends lore bag to crit on this.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, do you, so your bag, your RIP Prada bag, you just open it up and you have...
I have like a dossier on the time dragons. Like DiCaprio has been doing her research on this a little bit in the background.
The thing about time dragons is that they're extremely unpredictable and hard to know what they're doing because they're constantly, changing. Imagine a Groundhog Day from everyone who is not Bill Murray's perspective and how fucking weird Bill Murray looks in most of the time loops. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just doing arbitrary things, breaking down into tears, being randomly cruel. To everyone else, time dragons seem like loose cannons who need to turn in their badge and gun. Maybe they are doing things that make sense to them, but it's not clear to anyone else. So, I'm not trying to be evasive. It's just literally, who knows?
That is, so DiCaprio will kind of be like, there have not been an aggressive antagonist to dragonkind in history's past. There's nothing indicated necessarily if they show up, it's immediately going to be something to destroy the balance of the Cookie Mountains. We might just be inviting them to give them a home to vacation to every so often when they're slipping through the time stream. The idea is that this is supposed to be the Cookie Mountains where dragonkind can be revived. Isn't it not beautiful, the idea that we could get the time dragons back? We could bring back something considered extinct to the Cookie Mountains?
I think Rex has like this kind of mirthless chuckle at this like proposed vision of the beauty of the Cookie Mountains. It says, I mean, have you seen how dragons here interact, sniping at each other? We killed your mother and she's trying to now come back and ruin our lives. I don't think it's exactly the paradise you make it out to be. Dragons didn't live like this in history. This isn't our culture.
I'm gonna... Again, if we could prove... I love the idea of the vision of what it could be. But yeah, I'm kind of with Rex on the... If they were to show up here today, and be like, hey, we came back from the future and decided to come hang out in the Cookie Mountains, I would welcome them. But I'm not eager to roll the dice on knocking at their door and telling them to come.
Doc Hop, when you back up Rex, Viola, turns and looks at you and gives you a little, like, wink and is like, yeah, that's right, Hop. Good thinking. Wow, and you're so lovely on this day. Well, how lucky your date is.
How lucky your nondescript date with no identifying characteristics besides blue that I can reference.
My date with very identifiable features, such as tall and blue.
DiCaprio will just kind of shrug and say, like, fine, so be it. But I do need it, unfortunately, to be known that Hop does feel DiCaprio feeling hurt by this.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I expected it to happen. I will say this. I think Hop could have gone either way on it. I do think that there is a degree of she feels some, like...
Sure.
I have really not backed up Rex on fucking anything. If I can see myself going Rex's way, I gotta give Rex this one.
Okie dokie. So if you anything else you want to say to Viola or to Chorus, who's just mingling throughout the party, you can do that, or we can move on to the last of your small folk auditions, which is DiCaprio's Warforged.
I do think Rex, once he gets a moment away with her, will say to Viola, how are you dealing with this party? Because it's been nothing but a headache so far.
I mean, everyone's extremely annoying, but that does give me a good excuse to fuck with them. So, whenever someone starts telling me a really boring story, I could spill something on them or, pickpocket them. Look at this. I got 15 different family crests and rings and what is this? Some sort of...
Oh, that's someone's grandfather's ashes. I don't know why they brought that here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amusing myself, I guess. I've never been one for these kind of social occasions, these fancy, claw measuring contests.
If I didn't think she would trap you in some sort of torment nexus, I'd tell you to go after Desdemona, but I think everything for the best would be for you not to do that. At least for now.
Yeah, what are you all going to do about Desdemona? Because you can kill her as many times as you want. That won't solve anything. You can't really out-hero her. I don't mean to question what I'm sure is your brilliant plan of strong muscles, but what is the what is the possible victory condition for this Cold War with her?
I think Rex will just kind of bluntly say, I don't have one. I don't know what DiCaprio thinks she has up her sleeve.
Okay, because I feel like you could find the loom someday, and you could figure out the mysteries of the Numenon someday. I don't know, decades, centuries. I just don't see you beating Desdemona in any way except for waiting for her to die of old age and then crotch chopping at her grave.
Yeah, Rex just kind of aggravatedly exhales and says, I think there were ways, but DiCaprio and Hop, I don't think will ever allow them to happen because they are too radical or dangerous in her mind to the status quo. But the status quo is actively helping Desdemona because she's been doing it for 1,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, I am Hop Defense Force today, Hop fan number 1, so I do gotta jump to her defense, but I understand it. Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do.
He will, I guess, ask her and say, I guess, where do you fall on this? Because I don't think we've really talked about it. We don't talk politics at home that often.
No, it's all extremely annoying and I don't care. I mean, part of the reason I only have zombies and skeletons is because I literally don't want to talk to small folk. I find it all very tedious and tiring, and it makes me want to go to bed. So, I don't mean to denigrate your hobbies, Rex, I just don't give a shit about any of those fucking losers.
I mean, my mom eats them, so it's still a step up.
Yeah, I want to go on ski trips and find cool corpses and, feathers, make a bunch of clothes out of feathers, find a cool bone. I don't know. I'm fucking around. I'm a dragon. It's cool no one can tell me what to do.
I think Rex kind of sweeps an eye across the party and goes, and that's why I felt so strongly about this. There are so many small folk in my kingdom that have potential and ability, and they'll die 1,000 years before they reach their peak. And there are so many squabbling idiots at this party that won't do a thing of value.
Unless they're my skeleton army? Is that what you're saying? She's squinting at you as if trying to follow where you're going. Do you want a skeleton army?
Yeah, I don't think he might. I think he just kind of waves a bit, waves it off of it. It says it's nothing. I feel like we're playing pretend in the stupid fucking mountain sometimes.
Dan getting meta. It's like it's a game to you people. It's like we're rolling dice.
Yeah. It's like I have a stat sheet here.
It's like you're dragging your heels because you're enjoying sort of wandering through the adventure and taking your time with it. God.
It's like there's 5 arcs left.
It's like I said, with this, dragons never lived this close in proximity. We pretend that there's a culture here, but half the dragons that live in this mountain range ignore the Accords, or at the very least try to skirt around it as much as they can.
Yeah, traditional dragon culture is the followers of Tiamat and the followers of Bahamut killing each other for eons. That's the traditional dragon culture. I think we can safely discard that annoying bullshit. I think maybe we focus on small folk too much, you know? Let's just say that you and Desdemona both want to help small folk. Okay, fine, you're on the same side. There, the thing you're on the opposite side of is the Gladys Accords. She wants to have a bunch of powerful items to kill your friends and embarrass you. You want to get rid of them? You want to throw everything off the edge of the world? Let's just take all the stuff and throw it off the edge of the world. Then you win.
I don't think we do, because then we have to try to get everything off of her. At this point, if we're throwing things off the edge of the world, all we're doing is unarming ourselves while someone is ready to kill us with them.
But you're enforcing the Accords for your dad, right? Are you changing your mind on that too? Because if you're pro-small folk and anti-Accord, then you're just on Desdemona's side. She wins by default.
I mean, I think our only actual option at this point is to try to find the loom and get it back. Which, that's gonna be a whole mess in and of itself.
I mean, getting back the loom does seem like a good number one priority, but in the meantime, and unless we're gonna find it under the seat cushions in DiCaprio's parlor, there's things we have to do in the meantime. What are you gonna do about all the items and stuff? I mean, you don't even like the Gladys Accords. Why don't you tell your dad to shut up and get lost?
Well, for one, I don't think I need a second ancient dragon looking to skin me alive. But you're right. Quite frankly, I think it's an absolute shit show of a situation. I think the Accords are a poorly thought out mess. But at this point, I think the only solution is to, I guess, try to obtain every possible threatening item we can to at least stave off Desdemona attacking as we build up our respective arsenals.
I mean, that doesn't sound that bad, right? That's still Gladys Accord stuff. If you get all of the weapons and copy them all and pass them out to everybody, it's mutually assured destruction. That is also the Gladys Accords. I guess it's just a different part of them.
Right, but that requires us to have the loom, which currently we don't. So we're not throwing things out. I guess we're just keeping them in hopes that we find the loom, which I don't think is in the rules of the Accords at that point. I don't think we're allowed to be robbing other dragons for guns to fend off another dragon.
I don't think the Gladys Accords anticipated the theft of the loom, so I don't know how many people are going to take you to Dragon Court if you keep the items you're going to copy in a little room until you get the loom back. Let's just, we have to operate as if we will someday defeat the Symbolites. I can't live in a world where we accept defeat from fairy dragons. That's too humiliating, so we have to just go forward knowing someday we'll beat them.
I guess you have a point. I don't think it's going to be a very politically popular idea of we're keeping your shit in a lost and found until we find the loom. But what other option do we really have at this point?
I mean, my option is to throw everyone off the edge, and then it's not our problem anymore, but
believe me, we're constantly discussing taking people and throwing them off the edge. Unfortunately, getting them to that point is a lot more difficult in practice than it is in theory.
Yeah, it does sound extremely annoying, which is why I'm glad it's not my responsibility, and I don't have a big smelly dad breathing down my neck every time I decide something, so I don't want to second guess. You have all this responsibility on your shoulders, but I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to stockpile everything until you get the loom, but it's an idea, which is more than your sisters have, so I'll support you. And I do think it'll be funny, at least, if everybody gets Excalibur. They just have 100 dragons running around with Excalibur, whacking each other over the back of the head with it. Fuck it, yeah, let's ball. I
mean, that was essentially the original idea, in theory. Although it feels like every time we find someone with an artifact, even Barbas was hoarding a few artifacts that I guess he didn't think were considered dangerous. But it's not like he was distributing them out for use. Although he was happy to use all those tridents at the genie shit show.
Yeah, I mean, what the dangerous is extremely subjective, right? People have to make that determination. You can't measure danger particles. At least not yet. Someday, someone will invent the danger particle reader. But until then, it's all, a social construct of what is dangerous. So, thankfully, old lizards have to think about that while I party in Skeleton Island.
I'm not that old, am I?
No. If you were older, we wouldn't have to have so many things to worry about because you could just tell people to fuck off and they'd have to listen to you.
Yeah, instead I have to attempt to break my teeth on their scales.
Yeah, that sucks. Should I make you? Oh, do you want my senescence? I think I could give it to you with the claw, and you can be old, and then I'll become a wormling again and go return to baby. No responsibilities, no taxes.
That depends. Will my breath weapon get 8 more d6s like an ancient dragon, or what are we doing here? How's that work?
I don't know. I've never done it before. I don't know how many chances I'm going to get before the immortal death robots come. So I'm trying to be more judicious. I'm going to fuck this up. It's going to get so fucking messy. But I got to decide who to sip. Fucking DiCaprio's pissing me off. About to sip her ass. Do you want to be the middle child?
Ooh, no. I don't think that treated Hop very well.
Oh damn! It's some kind of karma situation. Some kind of what comes around goes around.
I mean, I think the ideal choice if you're going to sip anyone is leave Desdemona on about 10 seconds left of time, and so DiCaprio can watch her die of old age. She'd truly love that. I
mean, as funny as it would be to fuck with Desdemona, first of all, I think she would probably just stop time and, switch my arms and legs in their sockets or whatever, because she's really magical. I would have to first gather a bunch of senescence to give it to her, if that makes sense. The senescence I currently have, because I am, in case you don't remember, like younger than you are, I could not make her old enough to have any effect. I would first have to sip someone old to get all the senescence to give to her. Does that make sense? Math is hard.
Now, Rex knows what Dan knows what senescence is. Rex does have to lean down to York to ask him what the word senescence means. Once he gets confirmation of that, which just means the process of being old, I guess.
Yeah, York says, crusty particles, my lord.
Well, would you like to make my dad annoyed?
almost more than anything. I was gonna say more than anything, but if I could make DiCaprio annoyed in a way that made you happy, I think that's number one. And number two is making your dad annoyed.
My dad hates that he's getting old. And I think it would be rather, I guess, delicious if you were the person who could alleviate that slightly from him.
Delicious and nutritious.
And then you have a stockpile of, I guess, old dragon goo. I don't know what this looks like.
I don't know if it's goo. Let's not jump to conclusions. Sorry.
But yeah, I guess you could just sip some of my dad's bad knees away, and then we have a stockpile of dragon age-related problems to hand out. I'm not the mage here. You are.
What a great threat it is. Don't piss me off. I'll sip your dad. I'll glug the shit out of your dad. I mean, she doesn't know, for the record, the exact parameters of this either. She just thinks this is a kind of time magic that will draw the least attention. And this is, I think a great end to this conversation because, of the possible paths Viola could take, she's not politically motivated. She's not trying to accomplish ideological goals.
Yeah, she's a radical centrist.
She's a radical brat, and she wants to cause trouble. And it was possible that this conversation ended in, DiCaprio winning and being like, summon the time dragons. Let's have a fuck about. Let's rock. Let's roll the dice. As I keep coming back to that metaphor, but no, the conspiring to de-age your dad is certainly a fun note to leave it on. I'm excited. I didn't know where this was going. This isn't something where Dan and I are going somewhere specific. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess my basic idea is that as long as it's not crossing that threshold of he is now younger than Andronicus, or even if that would be a problem, if it's alleviating some of his age problems and then giving us, I guess, as stated, old dragon goo to work with, that's something. That's a thing there. There's options. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you gotta get goo to give goo, as far as I know.
Well, as we've established, Rex is very giving in that regard.
Yeah. All right, a fun conspiracy as we finish up this social scene. Everyone's mingling at the party, and it is up to Quinn to introduce the next layer.
Yeah, so DiCaprio is probably going to eventually, grab a drink, kind of stew in her thoughts in a little bit, and then eventually is going to kind of snap to it and be like, well, everyone, it's time to go off to the next potential layer for dear sweet Ulysses. Everybody, very important, this one. This is the one I picked for him. And Ulysses, you've been such a dear sweet special boy since the first day I met you at that party at Andronicus's. I want to do something special for you. So hopefully this works out. And if nothing else, congratulations on your crowning day, young Ulysses.
I'm trying. I was gonna have Ulysses yell speech, but you just did a speech, so cake.
Yes, there'll be cake afterwards, but first we have to go to someplace a little less hospitable than my wonderful home. And DiCaprio is going to lead everybody to just a wasteland of a mountain. Just a place where nothing grows, nothing is good, and it looks miserable here.
Off to a good start. Where's the cake?
Well, unfortunately, there's something to be done first, and then perhaps afterwards. You know what? Just bring the cake out now. It's his day. Just give the boy his cake. It's his birthday.
We got Samson the giant horse pulling a cake the size of a small building.
Don't bring out a slice. Just give him the whole cake.
just don't mentally associate the cake with where we're going with DiCaprio. That's an unfair advantage if you think about the cake while we go on this next place.
I'll give you cake every day the rest of your life if you pick mine.
Wow, that's a high-level cake strat. Okay,
I'll give you 2 cakes every day if you pick mine.
I'm mated with the best cook in the entire Cookie Mountain. This will be the best cake ever. Every day of your life, you have the best cake of your life.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, there's a burst of magic and like some runes appear in the air. Andronicus slides out of a portal and a gout of angelic feathers falling, and he cuts the cake and then flies back in. Sorry, gotta go. Got a thing.
Takes a spell slot on his way out.
I've got Slut. They'll give you the weirdest, least predictable cakes you've ever had.
Whoa.
There's a gun in the one I pitched, though.
Useful if you ever need to get out of prison.
A slotty cake using irrational numbers when you're measuring the ingredients. 2 and 3.33 repeating ounces.
I'll put 4 degrees of sugar in this.
But yeah, everyone's having a great time at this party. DiCaprio should say your reputation as just like a person who can do cool events is rock solid at this point. But everyone is curious why you brought them to a blasted hellscape.
Yeah, DiCaprio is going to say, so the small folk that I picked are warforged. These are sturdy individuals, highly adaptable, customizable as well. You will be able to choose how your small folk look, and I have created a variety of designs for you to see first, of course. So DiCaprio is like, essentially has like a model line of these different warforged to show off, like some with like, you know, like wheels for feet, and like some that are maybe like very specifically labor focused, and like others that are, you know, more like C3PO kind of you know, nerdy robots and stuff like that. There's a whole spectrum there. And
Rex will lean down to Ulysses as she points out the ones with the wheels for with like wheels for feet instead of actual feet or legs, and say, I know they look cool, doesn't work on stairs, I make this mistake every time.
And DiCaprio will say, so the vault is going to be a little bit further ahead, and we'll just need to see if we're able to infiltrate our way in or not.
The distant glint of the sun on the sniper scope of a hidden warforged guard in the distance.
But his body is just the gun. The warforged is the gun, but there's another warforged wielding the gun.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is Megatron and Soundwave or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
The scrying stone is back out and is doing cool sweeping shots where it's like go from like the barrel of a gun toward the face of the warforged, being like trying to do like Call of Duty compilations at them.
Trick shots. Yeah. All the dragons are gathered to see this. You can see Desdemona, who's been gone for a while, desperately chatting up as many people as possible, trying to do the same kind of networking and bridge building that you're doing in the background. Every conversation is a battleground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with that, DiCaprio is going to lead her siblings on a little bit, but then eventually kind of start letting the other two take the lead.
Yeah, so I guess if this is a wasteland and where there's nothing really here, Rex is gonna start looking for anything that seems out of place. Something that does not conform to the blasted hellscape.
I guess in a blasted hellscape where everything's dead, do we start by looking for, like, is there anything alive around? Anything that's not as dead as it should be?
Yeah, blasted hellscape check, which I guess is nature. I asked Quinn about like what because wasteland is used in a lot of different ways, and I was thinking, you know, almost like dead coral, the way that the ground looks, where it's like the skeleton of land. Like that is the thing that comes to mind for me.
16.
14.
12.
16 is the only above 15, but everyone got above average. So I will say that on this inhospitable waste, you assume that this is another underground layer, like the one from the Thrycreen. You don't immediately see an entrance, but you assume a couple of things. Probably there's multiple entrances because there's no like one central dragon-sized tunnel. You could probably just dig down and find yourself in part of it. Like that would you know, you'd be in something, but you would be opening yourself up to you know, ambush and attack, unless you want to try to find a different way than just digging a hole.
But digging a hole worked the first time, is the thing. So clearly it'll work the second time. Yeah, Rex is open to dig a hole. In his mind, if your fucking small folk aren't ready for someone to drop in through the ceiling, like, what good are you?
Yeah, maybe we will be the surprise attack. I summon a mage hand and start digging.
DiCaprio's gonna take a couple steps back. I want to clarify this right now. I know what I told Austin is this dude's horde, so I'm taking a step back.
Landmines.
You didn't. Yeah, I'm excited. Athletics for the two who are just digging. You're like, I'm sure the layer's just under the ground somewhere.
24.
Athletics. Crit 25.
Holy lord, 24 and crit, so as successful as you could possibly be. You break through the strange crust of the dead earth, and you immediately see some objects buried just beneath the surface. They are blinking, they have lights on them, they have some sort of sensors. This is some sort of technology. You crit, so I'm just going to tell you, you're like, oh, these are traps. This whole place is trapped. Presumably lethally trapped. None of you are roboticists, but the Warforged have advanced technologies. Laura, you know what a landmine is. The whole wasteland is full of mines. They are not fucking around. They are going to blow your shit apart.
To me, that sounds like, hooray, a quicker way to dig down. If I can set one of those off safely from a distance, it will create a big explosion, and that's just a hole, and that's what we were trying to create in the first place.
Yeah, you crit, so you can dictate that to me. You say, instead of a landmine being a thing that we roll to see if your character retains limbs, you move a bunch of landmines together, run to a safe distance, and then shoot them to make a hole.
Yeah, let's say I get to a safe distance and then use my breath to set them off.
So you're doing a hot steam breath now because you're a catastrophic dragon? Is that what your breath weapon is?
Yeah, I think so. If hot steam, if at sufficient pressure, is able to set off a landmine, then yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, you crit, so you paint me this whole picture, because that means you just succeed. You are able to blast your way down into the tunnels. I will say, unlike the earthenwork of the Thry-Kreen, which were cockroach people digging around, the Warforged have clearly put in metallic tunnel structures. Their stuff is on a different level as far as the advanced, metallurgy.
If we're working with a crit, I think the way that this goes is carefully digging to try and get these landmines to just sort of not make contact with each other, but dig enough of a slope that they sort of slide a little closer to each other without going off. So there's maybe 3 or 4 pretty near each other, in order to then fire a pressurized jet of hot steam for one very big explosion that'll hopefully get us down to the metal and through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 3 of you can drop down into like an underground metal hallway. You hear in the distance your dad say, she's a doctor. just talking. And you can hear like distant sirens. It's basically like an underground base. You hear clanking metal on metal as Warforged are running around. As there's been like a security breach. You hear all kinds of preparations being made. You got in easy, but you did not get in quiet. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I will admit you have created the base that like I am the most scared to have entered. You got the ambience down.
Yes, it's what we're kind of going for. Sort of terror chic is what that's the direction I sort of gave them. They're allowed to, of course, interpolate on their own, direction.
As much as I'm sure we can handle it, my first instinct was, that sound means I should go. You got that?
Yeah, I did a little study on it. It turns loud noises scare people away from places they shouldn't be. So...
Yeah, I wonder if high-pitched and warnings of danger also play into that. We should do a study on it.
That might. I think it'd be very interesting. We should see what warning sounds are like in a non-Euclidean space. What if you're hearing it through your nose? What does that do?
Should we just be dropping landmines into this hole? I feel like that would really rapidly Uh, maybe catch them off guard. Oh, that would probably... Do they die? Can we just repair them? I don't know how this works for them.
Yeah, can we do a roll to find, like, I don't know if it's insight or if it's something else for... Will the attitudes towards our treatment of small folk be impacted the same way if we're taking out Warforged?
History.
I can't imagine people will be happy if they see us throwing landmines at people.
Well, yeah, I assume
would
so,
like it.
but I don't know how much Hop knows about... Because Hop's whole thing is, like, fleshy small folk. I don't know if she knows anything about robotic small folk. 13.
14.
20.
13, 14, 20, the party gets above average. So I will say that Warforged are considered second-class citizens in many places. There's been like recent discourse on the internet as of time of recording about the proto-slur clankers. Like, I don't know if you all are seeing that.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing the clankers discourse.
But there are definitely people who are like, yeah, they're just robots. They're not people. But I think there are many people who find that unsympathetic. It is, I think, an open question that could be explored in future seasons. It's not going to be a focus this time. I will say, yeah, if there's a bunch of footage of you mutilating Warforged for fun, some people won't care. Some people will think it's gauche.
Okay, once again, I will be ready to pocket the scrying crystal or whatever. Before anything gets too violent.
I think Rex is holding a landmine in his hand. He goes, no. I want to, but no.
DiCaprio seriously considers detonating the landmine in your hands.
There are a number of different mechanical life forms in D&D, such as Modrons, and there's like a spectrum of like purely programmed to like people with gears, you know, or like humans with gears. And so like they have, Warforged definitely have free will, but they also have some programming. But you know what? So do I. I'm programmed to love a pizza roll. Does that make me less human?
Yeah.
No, it makes you more pizza roll, I think.
Anyway, you all descend into the metal tunnels underneath the blasted hellscape. There are alarms going off. There are Warforged running. There is a scrying crystal so the dragons can see your attack on the lair. Because of the cacophonous entry, fight seems inevitable. So if you just say like, we walk down the hallway, I'm going to say roll initiative. So if you want to say something else before that point, now's the time.
You said this is like worked metal, right? This is like a worked metal hallway?
Correct, yeah.
Could I use my smithing knowledge to try to figure out I guess like an idea of the layout of how this place is set up? Maybe see if there's like any indication of where we might go to the vault?
You rolled 1d20 _2, which is not a thing.
17.
Yeah, that's great. You hear metal footsteps running towards you. You hear some kind of weapons being charged up. There's like low electrical hums as whatever weapons they have are being readied. And you see that there's a kind of metal being used in this hallway that is, something often used in secret passageways. Maybe it's lighter and so it can be made into a door. You search for a seam, pop it open, and there it is. There's a tunnel, which you assume this whole place is completely full of, because that is very common in dragon lairs, is that they are labyrinths designed to confuse and torment intruders.
Rex will hop in and wait for his sisters to come after them and then try to like replace the door after he goes down.
Yeah, if everybody runs into the trap door, the secret passageway closes it behind you. You find yourself you hearing the sound of metal footsteps running by where you used to be as that patrol passes you by, and then you look around the room you're in, which is dimly lit by like glowing crystals ensconced on the wall, and you see a number of large pieces of furniture, like large rectangular boxes in this small room.
Large rectangular boxes. We're playing Tetris, okay.
No, they're large boxes, some of them about as tall as you are as a human. They have what appears to be glass walls in the front that's away from the wall.
Mm-hmm. Are we in a Fallout vault?
I don't know if there's a roll to know if you're in a Fallout vault, but there's a bunch of them in here. I will say, lining the walls, and they are like on either side of this corridor.
Do they at all resemble like the computer / floppy disk we found with all the Dragonhorde information on it? Is that the kind of like technological vibe we're getting?
You walk over to the boxes and start looking inside them. I will say that the screens, or the glass on the front, are not like the screens of computers in the sense that they are just light simulating something. You can look through the glass, and all of these boxes are full of items.
Yeah, well, what's inside of them?
So a lot of the items you don't recognize. They have like things written on them in languages you don't speak. But I think from just context clues, you understand that some of it is food and drink.
Okay. Are these MREs?
Maybe investigation?
Yeah. 13?
What's my investigation? I got a 1.
Oops.
I got a 6.
Uh-oh. The group fails. So you are touching the glass fronts of these boxes. You're circling around them, poking at them, trying to figure out what's going on with them, trying to figure out what's inside of them. There are all these items with strange writing on them. The lowest score is Rex. Rex, you grab one of these boxes and start shaking it, trying to see if you can get any of the items to do anything.
I want like there to be like
it's a fucking vending machine, isn't it?
I want DiCaprio to have like a slow like no moment.
As the vending machine tips over on Rex, and you take 1 damage. I rolled so poorly. As you all see Rex get pinned under this very heavy object.
At 1 damage, does it literally just trap like a toe or something?
I wish I had rolled higher. It'd been much funnier for Rex to be on death's door.
Yeah, I think he's like, ow. I do have an ability called Horde Hauler that doubles my carry weight. Can I just push it off of me?
Yeah, absolutely. It is not actively attacking you. Vending machines are just very dangerous, and you see there are this whole corridor is lined with these vending machines.
DiCaprio, what is this?
As I said, I wanted sort of terrifying chic, but they obviously had free reign to do whatever they wanted with it.
As you discussed terror chic before, I meant to interrupt you because that is a phrase that I think is extremely Falconbridge coded. We discussed your fashion tastes and so forth, and hers were always like really messed up hell and abyss inspired shit. So I'm just noting for everyone that I'm putting that down in the Falconbridge. Particularly enjoyed that date conversation of terror chic.
Yeah. Did find out that's actually a real term.
Oh. There you go.
Connected to radical chic, the fashionable practice of upper class people associating with the politically radical people and causes, also known as terrorist chic.
Oh, here's the Black Panthers in terror chic. Love this. Good for them.
Huh.
Just Che Guevara. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think Rex just kind of like looks up and down the hallway in these vending machines. I guess he doesn't really know what a vending machine is.
No, that's why I was describing it so weirdly.
Yeah, and he looks at it, is it the stuff inside or the shitty box itself? How do you get these things out of there? And I think he just kind of punches through the glass and like takes out a handful of these 3,000-year-old Twinkies. It goes, I don't...
Break glass in need of snacks.
It's not really keeping him secure in there. My hand goes right through it.
Well, who knows if Ulysses needs to keep his snacks that secure. If need be, we can always increase the structure of one of these things. Lockbox it.
Are these the Horde?
I mean, there's a lot of them.
I would not believe so.
Well, then I guess we should keep going as he like starts walking down the hallway, sees the vending machine that boils an entire crab for you, the one that makes pizza, the one that's just all you can get all red Skittles.
Yep, you walk down this metal hallway, which apparently is just a emergency shelter with food in it. You open another door, you find yourself in another part of this underground complex. And in here, there are a number of vats of bubbling liquid, and you see a couple Warforged walking around, tending to them, and there are some guards with some sort of metal weapons. You have just used a secret passageway to get from one part of the lair to another.
Is there any writing that identifies what kind of liquid this is?
What language would the Warforged use?
Binary.
Binary?
you fucking jerks. What D&D language?
I would honestly think common, because they're like a constructed people.
They just speak some random language. They speak like Goblin or something.
Okay, yeah. I will say in common, you see labels on some of these chemicals that say danger, volatile, nitroglycerin, which I don't think is a word any of you know. You see that there are what appear to be like scientists Warforged. There are guard Warforged. Then there are just clerical Warforged, all differently built, different weapons, different body plans. 4 arms, 6 legs. Who knows? There are a lot of stuff going on.
We're in the fucking Batman Ace Chemicals plant.
I'm pretty sure I've heard of nitroglycerin. It's a soup, right?
I was gonna say I think that's what makes cars go fast, but I don't think Rex really knows what a car is. Well, he's driven the leveler.
Yeah, it's leveler juice.
Can I use the zipper costume rack to give us all like robot costumes so we could try to pass through this area without starting a fight?
Made of spray painted metallic cardboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Advantage on stealth to sneak through the nitroglycerin refinery.
16.
3.
Okay, all right.
Oh my god! I can't believe it!
Someone screenshot this. You had advantage.
Serious?
You botched twice. What is that? A 1 in 225, 255? What is that? How does that work?
I had some good rolls this session, so roll 20 decided I needed to get taken down a level.
About 1 in 240.
Yeah, not good. So not only does the group fail, but Rex, you are walking across the catwalk and you do get Jokerfied, by which I mean you fall into the nitroglycerin. I gotta Google now, because I know nitroglycerin explodes. I don't actually know what happens if you take a big sip. Hold on. What happens? Ingest nitroglycerin.
Prevents and treats chest pain.
Oh!
Yeah, I know. People actually do take it for heart attacks. You may become dizzy, lightheaded, or faint soon after using a tablet or spray. There is medicinal nitroglycerin, so...
Well, while this is happening, Hop's failed stealth is just because she walked in the room full of Warforged and walked in going beep, boop, beep, boop. And that is not how the Warforged sound.
Yeah. So there are 3 guard robots, Warforged here, who are going to respond to you falling into the vat. This is not as awful as it first appeared, because there's actually a long history of this being a vasodilator. It's a normal medicine to use. I just thought it was funny because it explodes. Roll initiative. There is an extraordinarily large Warforged with a truncheon. There is a middle-sized Warforged with some sort of long-range, like repeating crossbow, and there is a very small live Warforged who's up in the rafters coming down on you.
Well, I got my crit. Something to point out, Viagra is a vasodilator. Rex is, I guess, bricked up and Jokerfied.
Oh, God.
Bricked up and Jokerfied is incredible. You fucking crushed the initiative crit. Dan, did you do something to Jonathan Roll20?
I think this is simply the law of averages coming back around. So yeah, Rex is. Do I have to spend any actions to get out of the pit and start swinging at people, or what?
No. Because at the top, them coming over takes the same amount of time as you climbing out. But okay, so you're in a chemical refinery. Obviously, everything's dangerous and flammable. This is an extremely hazardous work situation. 3 Warforged guards run over to you, but you crush initiative. What do you do?
Yeah, Rex leaps out of the water like the Mosasaurus at the end of Jurassic World. It just starts swinging at whichever one is closest. Let me pull my to hit again. It's a 6.
Rex gets bricked up and Jokerfied is the episode description, obviously.
17 and 13.
Both of those hit.
Okie dokie. 11.
Wow, perfect. Small, medium, or large Warforged, lethal or non-lethal?
Large Warforged, non-lethal. I think they don't breathe, I guess, so I think he just kind of like, the large Warforged is running at him, and Rex just like reaches forward, grabs him, and kind of like caber tosses him like a pole up and behind him into the vat.
Okay. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw as you feel dizzy from all the blood in your body acting strangely because of the chemicals inside of you?
Rushing to his dick? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Run, it's the horny Joker!
12.
That's not gonna do it. Yeah, you feel quite faint and you kind of stagger to the side. You're going to take exhaustion. Which you know what that does. It's happened to you before this season. You're disadvantaged on your ability checks, and we are moving on to Doc Hop. You see your brother throw a big Warforged across the room and then fall. He would have fallen down, but I guess his priaplasm is keeping him standing.
Yes, his third leg like a tripod, just keeping him up. Hop, you see your brother? He's bricked up like nothing you've ever seen before.
Don't worry, I put the scrying crystal away, but not like I put it away so we're not lingering on Rex's situation, but I did keep it out long enough that like everyone did get to go, oh wow, that was kind of impressive.
Okay, so we get like the Boogie Nights moment where we gets to get one glimpse of to be like, oh shit, that is a giant cock.
Yeah, and when you put the scrying crystal away, you hear even underground and a mile away, all the dragons go, oh, come on.
Look, this is DiCaprio's lair thing we're doing. I do think this is more points for Rex winning this competition.
but fucking Orlando up there, that's my boy.
God damn it! I didn't know it was gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna punch because I'm in small form. I punch. That is a botch. On the hit, on the attack.
That sure is. You're gonna take 1 damage. I rolled so bad again. I'm not pulling punches. These are the dice. These are real dice.
Oh no, I tripped over something I wasn't expecting in this room. Oh no.
There was something hanging down in leg areas, and I just tripped over it. Yeah. You tried to punch with your metal...
Do we want to time date this episode or reveal that, or note that Pokemon just revealed a Pokemon that also has a giant hung dick as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mega Hawlucha. It's Hung Lucha.
Oh god.
Oh no, we're talking about Pokemon again. Laura's gonna go fucking Super Saiyan.
Don't worry, I'm grabbing a picture of Mega Hawlucha's big dick for you.
Yeah, he's got his fucking chode on him.
He is bricked up and Jokerfied. Fuck. Okay, you try to use your metal arm to punch a metal man. He has more experience and metal punches you first, and it is DiCaprio's turn. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do Frostbite on one of the Warforged, so I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that's their best stat. 5.
Unfortunately, they will end up taking 2 damage. 2 cold damage and disadvantage on their next weapon attack.
All right. There is a small and a medium Warforged. They are going to run at Rex, who just knocked one of them out. They're all attacking you. One is going to have disadvantage, so that's this one. 19, that'll hit, I assume. Yep. And then 22.
I tried so hard. I'm so sorry, Rex.
And got so far, and in the end, etc., etc. Rex, you take 8 damage as the small and medium Warforged gang up on you and start beating you with their security tools.
Okie dokie.
You are dizzy and having a very strange time.
Lightheaded, but your cock has never looked better.
Fuck. I'm sorry about this episode. It took a turn.
Yeah, so I believe that's background to me. So yeah, Rex will attack. Okay, you know what? Bonus action, I will activate my Golden Gloves of Contact Mike.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do this in order. He's gonna attack the one that would hit that's been damaged already first.
Yep.
1d20 plus 6. 23.
Hits.
Slash roll d 15 damage to him.
Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal, and then he's going to attack the other one. 9, I assume that misses.
Correct.
Yeah, God, I just, I want to say boxing glove on his dick, he just cock slaps it, but no, that can't be the answer.
Oh my god.
You can't put that out there and then not. You can't.
Yeah, God, yeah, I think I can't do it. It's too ridiculous.
Some dude trips, so he's at like face crotch levels. You just thrust and knock him out.
He trips over. Rex is like stumbling around because he's so lightheaded. And just twists his head around with the force of the blow.
It's like a Jackie Chan with a ladder scene. Like you're just swinging around and your dick just keeps knocking out Warforged.
God damn it, Quinn. You got ahead of me. What do you think's in the next room? I'm not joking. It is literally full of ladders.
That's my attack.
Hop, there's one more forge left.
Okay, let's try and not punch myself in the face this time or trip over mysterious lengthy objects. 27 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yep. Uh, 10 damage.
That's exactly what I needed. Lethal or non-lethal? Paint me a picture.
Non-lethal.
What's it look like? What do you do to him?
My instinct says I punch them, and the punch wouldn't have normally done it, wouldn't have been enough. But as it's staggering backwards from the punch, it trips over something backwards and falls, and it's the impact of the head on the ground that does it.
Could it hit the thing and like hit his head on the cock and then that knocks him out?
Okay.
Sure.
We've all had our fill of boner jokes. Get out of your system.
But he lands mouth first into it.
Stop.
Look, Austin, it's been so long since I've checked that the recording's working by going boners, boners, boners at the start of the episode. It's built up.
Yeah. So yeah, the Warforged do not have circulatory systems that can be wrecked by the vat of nitroglycerin, so you can throw them in there. They will not be killed. But one of them you knock back with a punch, hits the door into the next room, opens it, as I said, revealing a room full of ladders. You've already gotten ahead of me, Quinn. We didn't discuss this beforehand.
No,
but...
I had no idea. Just sometimes a cock, becomes a ladder bit, and you say things you never know.
I pull the scrying crystal back out, and I do look into it and go, all of these Warforged got defeated. You will have to imagine what large object helped.
But yeah, so this nitroglycerin refinery opens up into what appears to be some kind of storage room. There are rows and rows of large ladders, like extendable ones, all kinds of really heavy-duty ones on shelves stacked upon each other, just everywhere. And also you've made a huge mess of the nitroglycerin. You are still exhausted. Rex, what do you do and what do you say to each other? That was an extremely goofy thing that you all just endured.
I want to use minor illusion to help hide Rex's ridiculous boner.
There's nothing minor about this.
It's fine. The two of us will work together. Between two minor illusions, maybe we got it sorted.
Yeah, I'll use my illusion spray for major illusion if I need to.
I think Rex is leaning against one of these vats can we take a sec? And I feel lightheaded. If this lasts for more than 4 hours, I guess I have to call me I think I'm the only one here with the medical degree.
Yeah, you should give me a medicine check, Dan. I will say nitroglycerin overdose symptoms, severe throbbing headache, dizziness, confusion, vision problems, weakness, seizures, coma, bloody diarrhea.
I was worried where you were going when you said severe throbbing.
I got it. I don't think he can think straight right now. The blood to his brain is being used somewhere else.
You have your bloody diarrhea or whatever right now.
Oh my god.
What was the last symptom you said? Wasn't it bloody diarrhea?
It sure was. No.
I don't. Why would anyone ever take a boner pill if that was one of the potential side effects of it?
It's not for boner pills. It's for heart attacks.
Oh, whatever.
I guess what I'm actually asking is, can we take a short rest? I have 4 hit points.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm gonna give Rex one of my chocolates then, so that when you take if you have a hit dice to spend, you get another 1d8 health.
Oh, that's great, because if I eat while I'm rolling hip dice, I get a bonus.
Yeah. Used to treat chest pain caused by heart disease is what it's for. Yeah, so you all are resting here in this room where there's spilled nitroglycerin everywhere. I don't know if you know that all it will take is a spark to kill you and everyone in the surrounding area. That'll be fun to discover together. The next room appears to be a ladder warehouse, and the previous corridor was a vending machine. Much to consider.
Ladder warehouse? Vending... Is this... Oh... I think I know what this is.
I mean, Austin already said it.
Well, oh, did it? Because I was gonna say I was twisting to a different thing. This is like the most common things that kill people, because Ulysses loves killing people.
It's a hoard full of dangerous things for our dangerous boy with his nuclear breath weapon.
Perfect. Love it. Love it so deeply. My fiance works in workman's comp, so I'm quite familiar with these. Where's the steamroller? I've heard that one before.